Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to Inspirations for Your Life. It's great to be with you. It is July 15th. It's a Wednesday, in case you guys didn't know that. And if you've been here, before, whether it was one time, five times, 10 times, 100 or more, I'd like to say welcome back and thank you. If you're new here, of course, welcome and thank you for joining me. Really do appreciate that. If you're thirsty or hungry, feel free to go get yourself like an RO water like I have here. And maybe a snack or a beverage. That's totally up to you. And come on back. And don't forget to check out believemeachieve.com, which you can do after the show. This is Inspirations for Your Life. And the Master Weekly topic, Series 5, Show 29, is how to grow through every season, building a life that creates lasting results. And today's granular topic is how to become someone others can count on. Series 5, Show 29, Episode 5. Welcome, everyone, to the ever popular Inspirations for Your Life show. I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, keynote speaker, graduate student at Montclair State University, passionate lifelong learner, and yes, guys, so grateful now to be a published author. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Thanks so much for joining me for another episode. It's going to be a great one today. And so this is where I help you explore practical principles that help us become stronger, wiser, and more intentional every day in our life. Success isn't measured only by what we accomplish. It's also measured by the kind of person others know they can rely on. People remember those who keep their word, act with integrity, and remain dependable through both the good times and the bad, or what we say the difficult seasons may be. Today, I'm exploring how becoming someone others can count on not only strengthens your relationships, but also builds a reputation that opens doors throughout every area of life. Number one, guys, integrity builds trust. Trust begins with integrity. When your words and actions consistently match, people know they can depend on you. Integrity becomes the foundation of every lasting relationship. Number two, consistency earns respect. People respect those who consistently do the right thing, even when no one else is watching. Showing up with the same level of commitment and enthusiasm every day builds confidence in your character. Consistency speaks louder than promises ever will. And number three, reliability creates opportunity. And opportunities naturally come to dependable people. When others know they can count on you, they become more willing to trust you with greater responsibility. Reliability often opens unexpected doors. Number four, keep your promises. Every promise you keep strengthens your reputation. If you commit to something, follow through with excellence. Your word becomes one of your greatest assets. Use it wisely. Number five, show up daily. Success isn't built by occasional appearances. It's built by consistently showing up even on the days you don't feel like it. Dependability creates momentum. Okay. And number six, actions build credibility. People believe what they repeatedly see, not simply what they hear. Consistent actions build lasting credibility. Let your actions reinforce your message. Number seven, character matters. Skills may earn opportunities, but character determines how long they will last. Strong character influences every decision you make. It's your greatest long term investment. Number eight, lead by example. Leadership isn't about giving instructions, it's about demonstrating the behavior you hope others will follow. Your example often teaches more than your words. And that's something a lot of people miss. Number nine, build confidence through action. Confidence develops through repeated action, not wishful thinking. Every promise you keep strengthens your beliefs in, yes, ladies and gentlemen, yourself. So progress creates confidence, and that's the key. Number 10, encourage others. Encouragement costs very little, but often creates tremendous value. Helping others believe in themselves strengthens both your relationships and your influence. Positive words leave lasting impressions. Number 11, stay dependable. Dependability isn't something you practice occasionally, it becomes part of your identity. People remember those who remain steady regardless of circumstances. Number 12, earn trust gradually. Trust isn't demanded, it's earned one decision at a time. Every honest action strengthens the confidence others place in you. Number 13, listen carefully. Listening demonstrates respect. Understanding others before responding creates stronger communication and healthier relationships. Great listeners become trusted leaders. Number 14, communicate clearly. Clear communication prevents unnecessary misunderstandings. Be honest, direct, and respectful. In every conversation, clarity builds confidence. Number 15, respect your commitments. Treat every commitment as a reflection of your character. 15, following through shows people they can depend on you. Every commitment honored strengthens your reputation. Number 16, be accountable. Taking responsibility for your actions builds credibility and respect. Accountability means owning both your successes and your mistakes. People trust those who accept responsibility without making excuses. Number 17, stay authentic, everyone. Authenticity allows people to know the real you. You don't have to pretend to be someone you're not to earn respect. Genuine character creates genuine relationships. Number 18, support others. Helping others succeed never diminishes your own success. Offering encouragement, guidance, and kindness builds stronger communities and lasting friendships. People remember those who stood beside them. Number 19, build lasting relationships. Strong relationships are built through trust, respect, and consistency over time. Invest in people instead of simply transactions. Meaningful relationships become one of life's greatest treasures. Number 20, practice humility. Humility allows you to continue learning and growing. It reminds you that everyone has something valuable to teach and share. Humble people earn admiration because they lead without arrogance, something the world needs a lot less of. Number 21, keep learning. Personal growth should never stop. Every book, conversation, experience, and challenge adds to your understanding. Lifelong learners remain valuable throughout every season of life. Number 22, lead with integrity. True leadership begins with doing what's right, even when no one's watching. Integrity creates confidence because people know your values remain consistent. Strong leaders lead by principle before position. Number 23, guys, create positive influence. Every interaction leaves on the impression you make. I think some people, they miss that point. They don't realize that they have that power inside them. Okay. Make yours one of the best one that will be encouraging and allowing people to hope and build confidence and growth and positive influence often extends much farther than you ever realize. Number 24, stay honest. Honesty builds relationships that last even through difficult conversations. And they'll become easier when people know you're actually truthful. See, trust grows whenever honesty is consistently practiced. But what I want to tell you is that this can be difficult for people because they're expecting something. They don't realize like what's happening. They don't understand why something is happening. And that can be hard, guys. And I'll tell you that it's something a lot of people don't understand. Okay. And the reason they don't understand it is because they really don't care to. Okay. It's crazy how people don't care. And I think that's a problem. People don't care. I think when people care and they understand, that's when they understand these things. And that's when they get it. I think those are important qualities. Number 25, consistency creates leadership. Leadership isn't earned through one inspiring speech. It's earned by repeatedly demonstrating dependable character and eliciting sound judgment. Consistency inspires confidence in others. You didn't realize that, did you? We inspire others. And when we do that, that makes people want to change. Okay? Makes people want to change. It makes people want to become a better version because they're seeing something else that they want to be like. An example. Number 26, inspire through action. People are inspired by what they see lived out every day in their life. Your example has the power to motivate others for more effective ways than words could alone. The message you hope others embrace is the key to the success of life. And I think sometimes the message gets, well, discombobulated. It gets confusing. And that happens because of miscommunication. And miscommunication happens because people's egos get in the way. Number 27, guys, be the example. If you want honesty, demonstrate honesty. If you want respect, well, demonstrate respect. See, the standard you live often becomes the standard others follow. The standard you live becomes the one others follow. A lot of people will mimic, a lot of people will try to be like someone, not trying to copy them, but trying to just learn a good example. And I think those are very important things in life when we can do things like that. Okay. Number 28, build meaningful impact. Success becomes more fulfilling when it improves the lives of others. People always say, success is all about me. That's part of it, but it's important to think about others. Really important to think about others. Focus on making a positive difference wherever you go. See, impact gives lasting purpose to achievement. And I think if we dissect that a moment and we understand how impact works and we understand that our choices, which are coming from our own freedom of will, can impact somebody positively or negatively. So I think the most important thing is that we learn how to be kind. it doesn't cost anything to be kind. It doesn't cost anything. It's completely free. It just takes well, some dedication. It takes true intention, right? But everybody's so like into themselves, right? And I think when people can just stop for a moment and realize that if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. I was reading something not too long ago on social media about something that happened at a ham convention. So ham is basically it's an organization, um, radio operators. And so when we think about this for a moment, it's basically a license you get from the FCC. Okay. And they're licensed operators who use amateur radio equipment to communicate globally, equipment with electronics, and provide vital emergency communication when standard networks fail. And they build their stations and connect via voice, Morse code, and even digital data now. So you have basically the technician class, which is an entry level license requiring 35 question exam. Focuses on the VHF, UHF operations for local and regional contacts. General class, the second tier, granting wider privileges across the shortwave HF bands for worldwide communication. And then the amateur extra class, the highest tier, granting access to all US amateur bands. And it's interesting that, this is there. But what I wanted to pull this up for was because not too long ago, there was a ham, let's say, market where they sell, new and used radios from people that sell them, right? Not the hams, but basically the people that sell these radios. Well, there was one particular person, I don't think I've ever seen this at a ham convention, who was using some, let's say, not polite four-letter words. And he also was getting, in addition to the verbal and the assaults with the words, he was getting ready to pick a fight with somebody. And hams are here to help people. Hams are not supposed to be about egos, but there's egos everywhere. Unfortunately, guys, it's something that just kind of pops up. And it's not hard to be kind. Right? It's not hard to be kind. But people basically become unkind when their ego gets in the way. Right? And that sounds like something that's pretty straightforward, right? But the thing is, when somebody's ego gets in the way, it actually impacts more than just them. It impacts all the people around, and that doesn't actually seem fair. When somebody is not polite or discourteous, to not only affect themselves, they ruin the comfort and quiet for others. Right? Interesting to think about that, right? And when we think about that a little deeper, we can ask ourselves this one question about purpose, right? About how our actions which are meaningful, will leave an impact. Now, even actions that are not good will leave an impact. It'll leave a bad impact on somebody. Number 29, guys, success follows trust. You don't get success before you get trust. You get trust when people feel comfortable with you, when people see that you're a person that does what you say you're going to do. Probably remember the days of a handshake. Well, handshake contracts are gone. They're gone. Success follows trust. And people naturally choose to work with, support, and recommend individuals they trust. Trust creates opportunities that talent alone often cannot. A trustworthy reputation becomes one of your greatest competitive advantages. You know, ladies and gentlemen, it's priceless. You see, you can damage your reputation in seconds. You can work hours, days, weeks, months, or years to build a reputation, and then bam, you just destroyed it. Crazy, right? And I think it's these things that get people to really understand, right? And the understanding comes from like what people are doing, right? But why do people act up? It's because of fear. False evidence appearing real. That's what it comes from. Now, ladies and gentlemen, number 30, your reputation becomes your legacy long after accomplishments are potentially forgotten. People remember how you treated them and whether they could depend on you. Every decision you make contributes to the reputation you're building. Make it one that reflects integrity, reliability, and genuine care for others. I said, when you're kind, people like it. And kindness doesn't cost a penny. Nothing. A penny. It doesn't even cost a penny. It costs nothing. Pretty cool, right? I think when people know that something is free, they associate no value. But our time has value, right? How long did it take you to make your first friend? Let me ask you that. How long does it take to make a best friend? Does anybody know? How long does it take? Research says, okay, according to many journals, 200 hours of shared time to transition from acquaintance to a best or close friend. The time frame can be reached through specific milestones rather than just, potential hours. Casual friends, 40 to 60 hours, moving from a mere acquaintance to someone you occasionally chat with or socialize with. A friend, 80 to 100 hours. A best or close friend, 200 plus hours. And you can't rush that. You can't. Because the minute one person senses that you're trying to rush it, it's like it's over. As I prepare to wrap up today and we conclude this show, I want you to remember something. See, becoming someone others can count on is one of the greatest achievements you'll ever accomplish in life. I'm not going to tell you it's easy to do. Trust is something that you just don't build in 5 minutes. Look how long it takes to build a friendship, right? How long does it take to build a friendship? We just said, right? 40, 60 hours for a casual friend, right? Moving from a more known acquaintance to someone you occasionally chat with or socialize with. Friend, 80 to 100 hours. Spending more time together, sharing personal details, and having regular, meaningful conversations. And a best close friend, developing deep mutual trust, participating in major life experiences, and providing consistent support. When you're very young and you're making your first friend, it becomes very easy to make a friendship in preschool. So, how quick do kids make friends? Very quick, within a few minutes. Okay, we're talking about toddlers 1 to 3, young children 4 to 8. The fastest age for making friends. Children this age bond quickly over common interests, toys, and simple games. Older kids, becoming friends can take longer. These are age groups that rely more on shared values, trust, and deeper conversations, meaning it can take weeks or months to establish a solid friend group. But when you build it when you're younger, it's a lot easier. Okay. Success, ladies and gentlemen, may open doors, but character determines whether those doors remain open forever. Every promise you keep, every commitment you honor, and every act of integrity strengthens the reputation you're building one day at a time. You see, trust isn't built overnight. I've said that before. It's earned through thousands of consistent decisions that demonstrate honesty, dependability, humility, and respect for others. The choices you make today will shape how people remember you tomorrow. Let your life become an example of consistency, accountability, and authentic leadership. Thank you so much for joining me here on another episode of Inspirations for Your Life. I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, and be sure to check out believemeachieve.com. Thanks, sir. Take care, everyone.